Hello and welcome to the eXfuze compensation plan overview. I first want to thank you for taking a few moments of your time to look over our website and take the time really to sit down and go through this overview in detail. I know that by the end of this presentation and after you finish all of the other information on the website, you're going to come away understanding that everything about eXfuze is based on sound business principles and treating our distributors fairly. Along that vein of thought, I'd really like to dive in before we enter the compensation plan and kind of touch on what does a company really need to have in place to ensure that a fair compensation plan is in place that will provide long-term residual income for its distributors. That is such an important key and oftentimes really isn't touched on. The most important component to a successful compensation plan is for a company to have ethical ownership. Without ethical ownership, it doesn't matter what they say on paper for a compensation plan. At the end of the day, it's just not going to be successful. Number two is to have best-in-class products. eXfuze has this covered and then some, and has gone so far as even to receive BSCG certification, which is the Banned Substance Control Group testing, which allows professional athletes, Olympic athletes, etc., to take the products. So, eXfuze clearly has, with all the phytonutrients and everything else that they have in line with their products, completely covered the best-in-class product line, so you know that within the marketplace you are in a position of strength. The third component is to go ahead and have a strategic plan for global expansion. Now, eXfuze, has this covered in all areas. We've already seen that a very, very strong hold throughout all of Southeast Asia. You can go through and look at the many companies from Japan, Hong Kong, Singapore, Thailand, Malaysia, Australia. You can look all over that Pacific Rim and see a huge footprint. And now really a focus as well in place on the North America, which is Mexico, Canada, and also the United States, and continuing the expansion of Southeast Asia. The next part would be a fair split on business volume with the field. This is so critical, and eXfuze has gone the extra mile, and they give a full 55% of business volume that goes into paying the field through the compensation plan. Take the time to look at the vast majority of companies. You'll be lucky if their verbiage will be an up to 50% threshold, and many times they're not even coming anywhere close to that. So eXfuze guarantees to give you a full 55% of that, which allows us to have a very rich compensation plan. Number five would be that no corporate positions exist within the genealogy structure. Now, if you're new to the industry, you might kind of wonder what I'm talking about here, but if you have any time in this industry at all and understand the type of manipulations that have occurred, from ownership placing positions in the genealogy, you'll know exactly why this is so important. Corporations that dip into the business volume that's supposed to go into the field are simply stealing dollars from the commission pool that should be going to its distributor base, especially in plans with a binary structure where oftentimes you'll see ownership take the top one or two or even three spots from that, which is just simply a culture of greed. Now, that if you've got those components in place, then you can do something amazing. But there is one more really significant piece, and this is what I'm so proud of. And you may have already found it when you were looking underneath the opportunity tab on this website. But no other network marketing company has ever committed to creating a distributor bill of rights and really stated these type of protections for distributors in a written document. Plenty of companies and CEOs have given empty lip service to treating the distributors fairly. But once again, eXfuze is setting the bar for excellence in this industry. And our CEO, Don Cotton, has put pen to paper and created this distributor bill of rights. And this allows the distributors, as we just talked about in the previous slide, of what really is important to truly understand the type of company that they're in business with, and it truly is a family here. So I would recommend that you take the opportunity to go to the opportunity tab on the website, drop down and read this in detail, because I'm not going to cover each point now because I want to get into the compensation plan overview, but it was critical that I first covered these two slides with you. eXfuze right now truly offers the most rewarding compensation plan payout. we have 4 front-end residual income producers. Number one, a 4-level deep fast start cash payout, which is paid weekly. Number 2, we have an infinity binary front end, again paid out weekly. Number 3, we have a dynamic compression coding bonus paid out monthly. And number 4, we have a matching coding bonus, which is also paid out monthly. Very few companies will get anywhere past 2 things in this area of a compensation plan. With eXfuze having all 4 of these, a 4-level deep fast start cash payout, an infinity binary, a leadership coding bonus, and a match on that coding bonus, you can imagine, with those of you with experience, the type of income that can be produced from this. In addition to that, eXfuze has 2 back-end residual income producers. The first is the dynamically compressing back-end unilevel, which we refer to as a director check match, or DCM, which is paid weekly. If you build a strong team, the DCM will become a significant residual income producer, enabling you to receive a check match on your team's binary commissions every single week. Truly an impressive piece. Number 2 is an ambassador bonus pool, where eXfuze takes 1% of total global sales and pays this out quarterly to those at the ambassador rank. Number 3 is that there are 3 luxury lifestyle bonuses that are part of this compensation plan. First is a monthly car bonus that we'll go through in detail. The second is a monthly home equity bonus. And the third is a monthly lifestyle bonus. Now, folks, it doesn't get much better than that type of an array. So let's go through these and really see what they mean to you from an average area. Well, the first thing is, what's your cost or operating overhead every month to do business? And in this day and age with tight economic times, what eXfuze has done is they've taken the point and put this out so that if somebody's focused on attaining customers, which is the primary focus of every distributor with eXfuze, is introducing people to product, but whether it's through customers or distributors, just get 4 individuals on any one of our 9 challenge packs, and your challenge pack auto ship is free. It can't get better than that. Imagine getting all your products every month for free, having the highest quality products delivered to you, and all you have to do is just pay the shipping and handling. The products themselves are completely free. Now, our goal here is to help each distributor identify at least 4 people who care about their physical and financial well-being during the first 30 days following enrollment. And if they do that, then by month number 2, their auto ship is completely free. Now, if we first address the 4-level deep fast start or cash or pay setter bonus, as we mentioned, it's 4 levels deep. So how does this really get paid out as you're introducing or enrolling members into the business? What you'll find is that level 1 is for the enroller or the sponsor, and eXfuze pays out a 25% of the BV of the products sold within the pack or the individual packs, whichever they come on. And we've got, eXfuze has different packs, which we're going to touch base on, but you can come into the business in any number of ways. Level number 2, what's beautiful about this is that the sponsor of the enroller has a 5%, and then level 3 is 2%, level 4 is 1%. eXfuze uses a 2-team structure. The first team is the binary team structure, which is a dual team structure, and this has by far been voted for over the last 10-12 years as the #1 compensation plan structure within the direct sales industry. It allows true team growth, and the beauty of the binary and the dual team structure is that you only need to build 2 teams or legs, and you share a team or leg with your sponsor. So that means you're both helping each other. If you look at any of the other compensation styles that are out there, whether it's unilevel, it's stair-step breakaway model, or any of the others, you'll find that you're always going to have to build at least 3 to 6 legs to really receive any type of good compensation from the pay plan. This binary allows you just to build a 2. In addition to that, though, we recognize that the back end, or the unilevel, which we refer to again as a director check match, is based on the personal enrollment tree structure. The combination of putting these two structures together absolutely knocks the compensation plan out of the park. So let's take a look at the binary team structure in detail. We have our left team and our right team, or referred to as left leg or right leg. So really, all your focus is going to be is introducing individuals to the business, and of course customers, but to the business, and then you're going to be placing them on one of your two teams. Now, in this graphic that you have here, you've introduced Sue and Tina, and you've introduced Patty and Bob. Now, you've put Sue and Tina on your left or left leg or left team, and you've put Patty and Bob on your right leg or right team. And really, there's just two very simple things that you need to focus on with eXfuze. Number one, build a preferred customer base where you're going to earn $10 to $15 on each of their purchases. And number two, build a team of distributors, and you can earn fast start bonuses, binary team commissions, director check match, coded bonuses, and the list just keeps going on from there. Binary team commissions are triggered when you have become binary qualified, which means you put one personally sponsored distributor on your left and right team, and when you achieve a minimum of 300 in business volume, which we refer to as BV, or more on both of your teams or legs of your binary organization, you're going to trigger what's called a cycle commission. So to earn binary team commissions or cycles, your business center must generate at least 100 personal volume or PV through personal or customer purchases on a monthly basis. The binary is by far the most powerful team building compensation structure in industry, as we've talked about. It's so exciting to have this piece as the front end of eXfuze's elite compensation structure. Now, with binary team commissions, what I'm going to show you here in this graph is that in the dark or maroon colored circles, these are going to be the personally enrolled distributors. In the yellow or light tan, that's going to be your distributors and customers that are part of your organization. So let's say you start off, you've introduced two people to the business side of this. One will be Ed, one will be Bob. Because you're building two teams, you're going to place one on your left team and one on your right team. In addition to that, Ed begins to introduce other people, and so does Bob. So you can see that as they begin to build, distributors and customers continue to come into the organization. And the next person you introduce personally, that you've personally introduced to the company, is Sam. You place Sam on your left leg, and then you personally introduce another one, and that's Kim. So right now, as you look at your team structure, you've personally introduced four. That's Ed, Bob, Sam, and Kim, which are in the dark. But you've also had other growth occur because they're doing the same. They're introducing others. And this is the way the organization starts to replicate and grow, and really very quickly begun to take a life of its own. Now, when eXfuze's CEO Don Cotton recognized that in many circumstances a distributor's binary team may be heavily outbalanced, with as much as 70% of the team on one leg and 30% on the other, and this can happen quite often. So normally, this is what a company wants, as it allows them to limit the distributor's earnings and create breakage. Now, what's most interesting is eXfuze does just the opposite, actually lowering the obstacle on weak leg or lesser leg volume requirements, allowing you to climb all the way up to diamond rank, even if you had just 5,000 in volume on your weak or lesser leg. And remember, the remainder of the diamond qualifications can all be on your strong leg. No other company has ever offered an infinity non-flushing binary like this, and it truly is just amazing. So as I continue on this presentation, you'll see I've said let's take this week, there's 71,000 in volume that's on the right leg of your business. Now there's 42,000 in volume that's been produced on the left leg of your business. So when we look at these two, we identify and we say that your right leg has more volume, so therefore it's just commonly referred to as your strong leg, and your left leg has 42,000 volume, so that would commonly be referred to as your weak leg. So as we look at this, what eXfuze does is that you then receive 10% of the commissions on your weak leg, which in turn would equal 10% times 42,000 is 4,200 for the week. When you begin to really look at the strength of that, that ends up being a significant paycheck. But what's even more impressive to me is the matching bonus, or what we refer to as the DCM. And as strong as the binary income can be, from many of our top earners, their binary team commissions amount to less than 30% of their overall monthly commission earnings. So while again the binary is a powerful income producer, it's only the beginning, which now brings us to our matching bonus or DCM section. Our director's check match is like getting paid twice on the same volume. Remember, you've already made 4,200 from your team on the binary side, and as long as you have at least 2,000 in business volume in each leg each week, you'll be qualified as a director, and you receive a check match on your personally sponsored distributors. And it doesn't matter if they're on your weak or strong leg. The director check match pays you on your personal enrollment tree. Just think of it as a family tree. Anybody you've sponsored and that they've sponsored is part of that personal enrollment tree. Every week that any of your distributors earn a check, you receive a check match. The director's check match is a floating percentage that is determined in the following manner. eXfuze first pays out a binary commission, and then the remaining business volume is paid out through the DCM or the director check match. Since eXfuze gives its distributors 55% of all generated business volume and only takes 45% for corporate, there's a lot of business volume to be paid out through both the binary and the director check match. Historically, eXfuze's director check match has paid out as high as 25% and as low as 15%. So for the purpose of the presentation that I'm going to go through here, we're going to use 20% check match. So let's look at what some of your team made and then determine, what you would earn in this hypothetical example. Okay, so we have broken down here for you exactly in a very visible and easy graphic. And remember, this is just for illustration purposes only. The first one is Ed. Ed has 8,000 BV on his weak leg, and as he'll earn 10% of that and will receive a binary team commission check of 800, you would then receive a 20% check match on Ed's 800, which equals $160 for you. And that's as simple as this check matching process. Nothing complicated to it. Number two, Bob on your right leg has 9,000 volume in his weak leg. So Bob will receive a binary commission check of 900. You would receive a 20% match on Bob's $900, which equals $180 for you. Number three, Sam on your left leg has 14,000 volume on his weak leg. So he receives a check match of 1,400. You receive a 20% check match, which equals $280 for you. And as we go through the next one, you'll see Kim on your right leg has 28,000 volume on her leg. So she receives a check for 2,800. You receive, again under this illustrated process, a 20% check match, which equals $560 for you. And that's how beautiful this check matching process is. Now, it even gets better and more exciting for any of you individuals that are really kind of like math geeks like myself out there, because you not only receive a check matching bonus on your personally enrolled, but also on their personally enrolled. Your personal enrollments are shown in the maroon circles. Well, everyone they've enrolled and so on are shown in the light brown circles. In this example, those showing green have earned checks, and you're going to check match them as well. Based on your leadership rank, you can receive check matching bonuses up to a full 8 generations deep, and that's dynamically compressed at the qualified level of directors. When you build an effective sales team, the check matching earnings can become quite staggering. Now, to really get a graphical or visual understanding, I should say, on the director check match, what I'd like you to do is focus on each of the ranks across the blue line right there. And again, understand that they dynamically compress. So what we have is the bronze rank, silver, gold, pearl, ruby, all the way up through ruby ambassador, which is eXfuze's top rank. And you'll see that as you go up in your leadership rank, then you go further down in generations that you can go ahead and earn on through your team. So eXfuze rewards you by helping others become successful, and you increase your leadership rank. There's a very simple way to be able to understand that. Now, getting back to the director check match, again with this back end unilevel structure, it's paid on personal enrollments. So another way to look at this is that you're at the top, and then everybody that you go ahead and introduce is on what's called your front line. So these are basic commissions. So when you start looking at this and seeing the way this works, every one of these individuals that's building an organization down through here that are in the green circles, you're also receiving check matches on. So when you start to understand that in addition to not only your personals, but generationally, that's compressing to paid as each week, paid as directors, then you start to understand the power of this. Unlike a regular unilevel, which is only paid in levels, generationally, what occurs here is that, let's look at Bob. Bob's organization all the way down, you saw where we just dropped in the purple dot there where it says first generation director. What that means is you've collected checks not only on Bob, but on also the other green spots are in there because they collected binary team commissions. And the first person that qualified as a director, which means they had 2,000 business volume on both of their legs, is in fact your first generation. So you can imagine that you could have hundreds of people that are between yourself and your first qualifying generation director. And then imagine as you go up in rank and you continue to see this massive organization grow and it dynamically compresses. Once you realize this, sometimes it's hard to sleep when you get a good idea of just the power of what's in front of you here with the director check match. Besides getting a full 8 generations deep, what our CEO wanted to do was add on maximum earning potential. And so he created what's called a coded bonus. This is very rarely seen within companies that operate with a binary and a back-end unilevel because the plan is already so rich in rewards for the distributors. But with the coded bonus, it's designed to drive big checks. Now, a key component here is that the money paid out through the coded bonuses do not in any way impact the amount of business volume or BV allocated for either the binary team commissions or director check match at all. Coded bonuses are paid in addition to the binary and unilevel earnings. This is key and very important because other companies will add things in to their compensation plan, but it's always pulling from the main BV in the field, and it ends up affecting your checks, and all they're doing is taking away from one area to give to another. That's not what's been done here with the coded bonus. As we mentioned before, it's designed to put big dollar checks in the hands of builders quickly, and rank levels in the coded bonus dynamically compress. All very important things. The coded bonus commissions are paid monthly. Now, we already know that with the Fast Start Pay Setter bonuses, we pay out in 4 levels. So what I'm going to first go over here is one of our packs. That's a reseller pack that we refer to as a VIP. This is a pack that would be a level that you're going to see explained in the next few slides that is for a person coming in that wants to have a lot of product to retail out and is very serious about building a business. Well, on that VIP pack, for example, on level 1, just 25% of the paid on the BV within that pack gives the enroller or the person introduced that person $225. The second level that's paid on that, which is paid out 5%, is $45. The third is 2%, which is $18, and the fourth is $9. Now this is just on our Fast Start Pay Setter bonus paid out through 4 levels. So the total payout on the VIP pack is 33% or $297. Now, the coded participation chart, we have several ways for you to qualify to enter into the coded process. One is by retailing product to different levels, as well as then a faster way, if you're concerned about being able to retail enough product within the time frame, is that we also offer a second choice, which is purchasing directly into the Builder Pro or VIP reseller packs. Now, if you purchase a Builder pack, you're receiving up to 40% on the code participation. If you come in at the Pro pack, you're receiving up to 70%. And if you come in at the VIP level, you're receiving a full 100%. And you'll notice each of the ranks on the side, because to receive the coded bonuses, it does require that you go up in rank through bronze, silver, gold, and it's paid through diamond levels. This is very, very exciting for any of you that are really serious about building a business. And while I know this is a lot of detail, I think it's important, and our CEO wants to make sure that you fully understand all the power behind the eXfuze compensation plan. Now, To really graphically describe this, let's take an example here with the coded bonus. Now, we're going to say that Bob comes in. He's a new VIP enrollment. So what's going to happen in the VIP enrollment is that the code immediately searches through the genealogy to identify the first bronze, because remember, that's the first rank that the code begins to be paid out at. So Ken, who was Bob's enroller, is a bronze rank. So in addition to the money that was paid to him on the direct sales bonus at the first level of the Fast Start Cash, Ken's going to also receive a $45 bronze bonus. Now, the next process is identifying, of course, the silver. And who is the silver? And as we go up and look, there's next person above Ken in that personal enrollment tree is actually you, for example, of this presentation, and you're going to be at the pearl rank. So when the computer goes to search, they're going to identify that, okay, there's no silver between Ken and yourself. There's also no gold between Ken and yourself, and you are a pearl. So what it's done here is it calculates and dynamically compresses all of those things in, and so you're going to receive the silver, the gold, and the pearl bonus. So silver bonus is 60, the gold is 60, and the pearl is 45. You've received all three of those. That's $165 paid to you on the code. Next, what we have is looking at exactly what the computer will do next. And the computer, again, simply looks up line and says, okay, we still continue to pay out. So it goes to identify the next ruby. And it sees that there's no ruby above. So the next person in the upline is Ed, who's the upline diamond. And then it says, okay, well, we have to pay out a ruby bonus of 45. Can't find anybody in that personal enrollment group to pay that to. Then it says, okay, we have to pay out an emerald bonus. That emerald bonus is going to be 30. Again, no emerald in that direct line of lineage. And we have a diamond. Well, Ed is the diamond, so he's going to pick up that diamond bonus, but he's also going to pick up the ruby bonus for 45 and the emerald bonus for 30, for a total of $90. Now, Ed may have had absolutely no contact with Ken or with Bob, because remember, there could be hundreds of people in this enrollment group here, but it's only searching the ones within that personal line of lineage that are code qualified through the rank. And that becomes a huge deal. So as you start to think about how that can really compress, it's massive. So what have we paid out so far? The total coded bonus paid for Bob enrolling has been $300 that's gone through that. So you can imagine, on top of the binary commissions, on top of the director check match, now on every enrollment, and with this example, which is for a VIP, you see $300 being pushed into the code. It is a dynamic amount. And of course, there was a total of 297 paid out in the pace setter bonus structure that we also went over. You don't really see anything this powerful in the industry. That's a total of $597 paid out. Now, let's go ahead and look upline. Fab, who is now a bronze, also can earn the code match bonus as well. She is a VIP, so she will receive 33% of your code. Well, that matching coded bonus of $55 just went to Fab. And you can, again, just keep adding these numbers and see the significance of this. And of course, our total amount paid out on Bob's enrollment is now $667. As we continue looking upline, we'll see how this code match continues to roll up, because there's a total of $100 being paid out in the code match on a VIP enrollment. So Ren, who was at the very top in this lineage example, it was blocked by Ed, because Ed was the same rank as Ren. And remember, we only pay out one rank on each code, but because Ren has the ability to receive a match and came at the VIP, getting a 33% match on all of Ed's checks. So in this example, Ren receives a matching bonus check of $30. Again, this just begins to show so much power. So let's talk about really duplication. And now look at what happens if you've got a team that's actually building. Let's go ahead and bring this in. You've got your new VIP enrollment, Bob, we talked about. But now we're going to say that Ken has been aggressive here, because we know he's already hit the bronze rank. And Ken has personally enrolled 4 VIP enrollments this week. So Not only do we have that same dynamic that we're talking about for Bob happening, but we have that now times 4. So as we look at the first bronze, Ken's the first bronze. Ken goes ahead and receives a bronze bonus of $180 on that. Now the same process occurs here where the computer begins to look up lines, silver, gold, pearl. We know that you were the pearl. We know there's no silver in between you. We know there's no gold in between, and you're the pearl. So look at what's happened here. The silver bonus is 240, the gold bonus is 240, and now the pearl bonus is additional $180. You have just received 240, 240, and 180 based upon the dynamic compression of those ranks in this code. You can get an idea of just how incredible this is. Now, that's a total of $660 that you just received, in addition to the binary, in addition to the director check match, and in addition to any of the other monies that you have coming in through the compensation plan as far as fast start cash, etc. Really just unbelievably exciting. Now, the total coded bonus paid out on Don's enrollments through this process has been $840 through this. Really, I just, as I sit here and watch this, it's amazing what's been able to be accomplished here. So we still now have a Ruby bonus to be paid out. We still have an Emerald bonus to be paid out, and we still have the Diamond. Now again, in the same line of lineage, for the simplicity of the example, we see that you are going to receive all of those because there was no Ruby or Emerald in between. So you're picking up $180 at the Ruby level, or Ed is picking up $180 at the Ruby level. The Emerald level, $120, and the Diamond bonus of $60 for a total of $360 in addition to the binary, in addition to the director's check match, and most likely Ed had absolutely nothing to do with any of the enrollments going down because, again, the organization is hundreds of people at this point in time, and what you're looking at here is, again, a straight line of ranked lineage. So it really is just a dynamic way of seeing duplication at work where you really start to build residual income process. And the complete bonus paid out here is a full $1,200 in these enrollment processes right here. So it's incredible. Now, you also have 1,080 in pay setter bonus. So you can start to see just how lucrative eXfuze's compensation plan and how much money they're pushing into this. So on this enrollment example, there's been $2,388 paid out through this. Now, let's take a look at the code match very quickly. On the code match, as we come through here, again, we remember Ron, he got blocked on the code bonus. So because he enrolled Ken, he gets a match on Ken's coded bonus we talked about before. Times 4, he's a VIP, so he receives 33% match and a $180 bonus that Ken received. So with that process, you can start to see, again, matching bonus of $60. As we continue on up this chain, we still continue to see how much is being paid in. We're up to $2,488 on the total matching code payout and regular code. Fab, who's now a bronze, also can earn the code match as well, as we discussed before. She's a VIP, so she will earn 33% of your code earnings. We look at that. That's a matching coding bonus of $220 right there. We're now up to a total of $2,668 that's paid out in this example. Ren, who was also blocked by Ed, as we again previously covered, will still get her 33% match on all of Ed's checks. Now, that's a matching bonus of $120 right there. And you can see the beauty of the match. The reason why Don Cotton wanted the match in here is because we wanted to ensure that not only the code, but the match on the code would ensure that even if somebody hit the same rank as you, that you still had the opportunity to receive a great commission. In addition to all of this, we have our monthly car bonus, where eXfuze will pay you between $1,000 to $3,000. And of course, we don't force you into a particular type of car. You have the ability to go ahead and select your luxury vehicle and then submit the appropriate paperwork to eXfuze. But again, $1,000 to $3,000 a month. We, in addition to that, have a home equity bonus again, as you go up in the leadership ranks. And you can find underneath the opportunity tab on the website where you'll see rank with benefits, and you can click on that doc and it'll show you each one of these levels. But the monthly home equity bonus will range anywhere from $2,000 to $5,000 a month. So now, in addition to the regular compensation plan, which we've gone through, you can earn an additional 1,000 to 3,000 on the car, 2,000 to 5,000 for your house, and a $5,000 lifestyle bonus to use any way you want. That's a total of $13,000 per month on car, home, and lifestyle bonus outside of the regular compensation plan to go ahead and give you everything you could possibly want from a company. Now, the rank with benefits process, I'm going to throw it up here just for those of you that haven't gone through and looked at that in the opportunity drop down. This is what you're going to look for. So again, rank with benefits, you'll see all the ranks down the left hand side. You'll see the weekly earning potential on binary and DCM. Below that, you'll see the director check match, and then of course the coding percentages. And the coding is of course unlimited on what you can earn with that. So I would direct you over to carefully study that if you have any questions on it. The biggest question you need to ask yourself right now is, how do I get qualified, and get in this code and really move forward from there? So what you want to do is really look at, there are two simple ways that you're going to move forward. One is through the retail product to customer through your website, and that's selling $533 of product through the website, and you can earn your builder code level by doing that. Or you can sell 1,115 of the product through your website and earn the pro code level, or you can sell $1,700 of product through your website to earn the VIP code level. Now, you could also take the other option that we've set up for you, which is you can purchase, again, an optional, business builder code qualified reseller pack. Now, this pack with the contents of it is designed obviously for the serious business builder that needs to have product put out to a large group of people. And if you're going to do this as a business, you obviously need product to introduce to your customers. So the builder pack is an excellent, I should say a good value, at $499. The better value, of course, is the professional pack at $999, and then the best value all around is the VIP pack for both product and the code. Because remember, again, code qualification at the different levels for the builder, professional pack, and VIP pack are critical for you to understand. So the question really comes, how would you like to get started? You've got your good, your better, and your best choices. So good is the builder level, better is the professional code, and then the best is the VIP section right there. Truly an amazing assortment of things. So to conclude here, eXfuze is absolutely the right company with the right products and the right opportunity right now in front of you. Nowhere else in this industry have you ever been able to see an opportunity that is as rewarding with as high of a efficacious product line as eXfuze, with the executive staff, distributor bill of rights, everything in place. This is the time to make your decision